Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Foreseer. On this channel we talk about 4C, aka 9 ether hair, and my Microlocs. So today I'm actually getting ready for a date, and so I'm gonna just show you how I do my hair. Like I said before, and I'll repeat this a million different times, I do not treat my hair the same way. I do, I don't follow all the lock rules, if that makes sense. I follow some of them, but I definitely don't follow all of them. I did my locks so small because I wanted my hair to mimic loose natural hair. And so, sometimes I flat iron my hair, sometimes I curl it. Today I'm actually going to be using you know what this is, a curling iron, because I can talk today. Yay! So in the back, I just bump the ends, and then around my face, I'm doing them tighter so I can get kind of like that body and that kind of like layered look, because all my lengths are cut, like I have a blunt cut, and so I don't really always, so I gotta play around to mimic the layered look. A couple of folks in other videos have mentioned to cut your hair in the style you want it in before you lock it, and I generally agree with that. But also during the first year, especially if you're starting from long loose natural hair, you're gonna lose length, and they're gonna tighten at different rates and lock at different rates, and so you are gonna have some time where your hair is gonna be different lengths after a year. So I had to actually, not only did I lose length just from the tightening of my locks, but I also trimmed my locks about 3 months ago. About 3 months ago I trimmed my hair because of that whole thing. My hair was really, really, really uneven. Some parts were really long and some parts weren't, and I just needed to even it out. So yes, I am in the process of doing the tighter curls, and I might go back into the middle and do a couple of them. So yes, I also got a question about if I added extensions in my hair. No, I did not. I was natural for a long time before I went into this locked phase of my hair journey. I was a loose natural hair for a long time, and I was able to achieve some beautiful lengths with my loose natural hair. It was about 27 inches long when I locked it, and as I mentioned, there definitely is some shrinkage that happens over the years, and different things that'll cause you to lose the length, but I anticipated that. I wasn't worried about it, and so so yeah, no. So some people have asked about that, and I've seen a lot of people ask, like, now that you have been locked for about a year, would you get those lock extensions if you could do it over? And the answer is I wouldn't. I think they're beautiful. I think that they look gorgeous on the women that I've seen it done on. They're beautiful. For me, I wanted mine so small. And when you add hair to your hair that isn't your hair, it doesn't act the same way, especially at the roots. Like, it can cause strain and stress and tension at the roots, because your root is trying to support hair that wasn't perfectly programmed to work with your body. And so that can cause stress over time on the roots of your locks. And you will always want to make sure that the base of your locks is strong. If you're thinking of doing really small locks, is your hair dense enough to hold it? You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to just really think through, is there enough hair for my base to support the lock? And so that's a really important question when you're thinking about locking your hair or doing them as small as mine, because if there's not enough hair on the root of your lock to support the weight of it, it's going to cause stress and tension, and it might actually end up tearing your hair out. And that's not what you want. We don't want to lose hair in this whole process. And so, yeah, just something to keep in mind. I might do another video just to dig in deeper into this. But another thing that I messed this one up. Another thing I was concerned about when I was locking was my edges, especially doing them this small, because I have seen, you know, some women in the lock, or just people in the lock community who had some breakage around their edges, and, you know, from stress of pulling the hair into the locks. And so from watching all of that, I was just like, maybe I don't want to have issues with my hairline. And so I said, I'm just not gonna lock my hairline. So if you can see, like, these are all twisted, these little babies. These are twists. They're twists. And I pull them out if they start to lock. Here's another one. So there's a little hack for you all. If you're thinking about locking your hair, or if you even visit a loctician, tell them not to lock the edges. Don't lock. You see them? Don't lock those. And they're cute, you know, when you, like, you know, just, they frame your face and make you look girly and pretty. And so I have no problem with them, and I don't need them to be incorporated into locks. I am quite fine protecting my edges at all costs. So I just did not lock my edges. Anyhow, so when I finish curling my hair, I'm going to get dressed, and I'll take a picture so you all can see the finished look, and I'll add it in here, or I'll just get back on camera so you can see me. Here we go. Wish me luck. Thank you. All right, so I'm almost done. I'm trying to think of any other questions that came up in like just some of the comments that I've received so far. Oh, some folks have asked, do I have an Instagram account? I do have an Instagram account. I'll drop the link in the description. It has a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, and I'm working on getting those, getting back those images, like, so that I can upload them here too for you all. I had an issue with my iPhone that left me with the Android, and I was not really that great at backing up my stuff, so pray for me, y'all. I'm hoping I can get back some of those images just so you can have some. But go on my Instagram, they're there. Scroll through if you like. I haven't been posting on Instagram lately, but I'll probably get back to it eventually. I've just not been feeling Instagram lately. It's just been kind of a thorn in my side for a minute and a whole half. So I haven't been on it. I'll get back on, maybe not. But in the interim, I know you all are probably interested in some of the other looks that I've done and things like that. So I don't want to deprive you all from scrolling. And there's a lot to scroll over there. So I'm going to go back into this side and just freshen up a couple little pieces that have lost their color. I think I just bumped some of these. I wasn't as meticulous as I was on the other side. So let me just go on ahead and fill this in. I'm going to do a part video so you can see all the different ways that I can part my hair. You know what I mean? So I did a grid. It is a serious grid. I think the grid took the longest, really. I just wanted to make sure I got everything right. So when I was setting up my grid, I'm not gonna break that down in this video. I'm gonna miss my date if I try to do that. I'll do a separate video about that, and when I part through all of my hair. Right now I just have a middle part, because when I part my hair in the middle and then I throw it over to one side, it gives me a little bit more volume, because this hair on this side wants to still stay on this side. You know what I mean? Like it wants to stay here. And so when you flip it over, it kind of gives you that whoosh, gives you a little bit more volume. Just a little hack. Just a little hack for you. All right. Is that it? Let's do one more. Let's do another one. Yeah, so also when you go on my Instagram, you'll see a lot of music stuff too. I'm an artist. I'm a music artist. I'm a singer and a songwriter and all of that good stuff. But I felt like my hair just needed its own little space in the sun, and I've always wanted to just share people what I know about 4C hair and what I've learned and how to grow it really long and how to take care of it. And I never did. You know, that whole time I was natural, I never did. And now I'm going to be able to have the time. So why not share some of that with everybody, you know? Especially because it helped me so much on my journey through self-love, you know, growing up. Yeah, it was tough. I grew up around a lot of guys. I was like the only girl in the house. And, you know, so I was a little bit of a tomboy growing up, number one. And then I used to get teased about my hair, about my kind of hair could never grow long, and not necessarily by family, but, you know, once you go getting into school. So I was already kind of like, you know, a tomboy. And then, you know, so that comes with its own look. I wasn't necessarily a big girly girl growing up. I mean, I had Barbies. Okay, I did have Barbies. I love me some Barbies. And look, I never used to have anybody to play with, and my cousins used to live with us, and I used to blackmail them all the time. If I beat them in like football or basketball or something, I'd be like, I'm gonna tell all your friends if you don't play Barbies with me. So I used to get them to play Barbies with me, but they wouldn't play Barbies. They'd get the G.I. Joes or whatever, and then I play Barbies, and it was our secret, our little secret. So anyhow, so I got teased a lot, you know, especially during puberty years, and get to high school, people still going on my hair, you know, your hair will never grow. I had a perm back then. And then when I went natural, my hair just exploded. It just, you know, loved being in its natural state so much. And I did generally keep my hair in protective styles, and then like twice a week I'd wear it out or something. You know, you find a formula that works for you. I learned how to detangle my hair. I was detangling my hair wrong. It was tearing my hair out. I would never retain length because of the way I was combing my hair. But anyway, I just figured it out. I figured out how to make my hair look like the way I wanted it to look, and it made me feel really confident. And I want people like me to feel that confidence. A lot of times, you know, I remember when I was little, I'd be like, oh, if only my hair was insert hair type. Anything that wasn't my hair type. You know, I had issues with my hair. The moment I could sew in a weave and get some wigs or whatever, I did. I was like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see how it looks to or feels to have the type of hair I feel like I was supposed to have. And you know, to be honest, I would go through so many hairstyles. I'd go through so many different weaves, wigs, all sorts of stuff, and I still wasn't happy. It still wasn't me. It still didn't look like me. It didn't feel like me. And so I was like, I want to be able to love exactly who I am, exactly as it comes out of me, as I'm being expressed. And that's what really got me into starting to look at different styles that I felt needed very low manipulation on my 4C natural hair, that I could love, you know. And that's really when I started getting into, you know, different styles, really getting outside of the laws that people have told us or the rules that they give us in natural communities for what we should follow and what we should do. I kind of just followed my own path, what made my hair feel good and made me feel like I looked awesome. And that's really what did it for me. And then once I was able to achieve really long natural hair, number one, I was like, all y'all people who said I couldn't grow my hair back in high school, all y'all people who said all of this stuff to me, you know, about being, you know, a melanated girl in America, the Americas, you know, it just felt good to claim back that power. Like, my hair, I used to be a victim, like, when it came to my hair. Like, oh, I have to wear wigs because it's a protective style. And I have to, not saying that that's not true, because wigs are a protective style, but I was using that as a crutch instead of confronting my hair. And I had to be honest with myself. And so once I achieved that really long hair, and I, you know, did for, you know, quite some time, I was just like, what's next for me? And what is something that will work even better for me in my life and the way that I like to care for myself and my hair? And that's when I decided that I was going to micro-lock my hair. So anyhow, we'll go deeper into some of those things later. I'm going to go finish getting ready for my date. So let me just finish up with this hair. I'm just going to shake the curls a little bit because they'll fall on their own, so I don't really need to do much. And my little trick, you know, just the volume trick. Here we go. Shake, shake. Ooh, I'm not gonna date tonight. Don't listen to me, I'm absolutely crazy. No, I just like to have fun. I like to play. So here we go. And if I still have time, I will come back on. Oh, let me give you guys a little zoom in. There's so many ways to do this, to get this look. I often will use flexi rods, these ginormous ones. I have curlers. I can get my hair to look like this with like sock twists, and actually it lasts longer if I do sock twist curls. So I'm gonna see if I can dig up that video and just drop it in here, so y'all can see how I did my other ways you can get this look without using the heat. All right, my lovelies, make sure to like and subscribe. Give me your questions. I will answer them. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back later maybe to show you my outfit. Bye-bye. This is supposed to be a picture. Look at me posing so hard. Ah!